Hello and welcome to Funky Fox Gaming. I'm starting a new series today, Pyre. Now it's another game that I don't know a huge amount about. What I do know is it's sort of it's set in a hellscape of sorts, and you're playing like a competition or a sport that's loosely, and I mean loosely, similar to basketball. Sort of a 3-on-3, I think. Trying to score goals in a way. And the reason that they're doing this is to basically get a second chance. I also know that it's quite decision based, in terms of you're making decisions and it's going to affect what happens going forward with the story. And I think you can also lose people from your party. I don't know if that's based on the in-game activity or whether it's the decisions that you make, or it could be both. But other than that, I don't know much more on what I'm about to experience, or what we're about to experience. So let's discover this together. This is looking a very lovely art style, hand drawn. This by the same people who did the two banner sagas. Kind of looks like their style. Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Okay, so downside is a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and enemies. Oh, okay, so it's not quite hell. It's like some kind of underworld, I guess, where the shunned and the criminals end up being put. So we've got a masked woman. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. Okay. Masked something. See, right on schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Oh, there's a man. Looks like she's breathing. He's breathing. It seems he still is. And stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. He's a he? Can you people just tell? Hang on. The markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. But look at him. He's beyond our help. We are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah. Good luck with that there, chum. See you back of the wagon. Indeed. The day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. I knew he just removed his mask, but I thought he was holding a sword for a second there. It's just the weird shape of it. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us are equal. Sorry, all of us were equal nothings here. You are parched and he gives you a drink. You ache and he binds your wounds. You hunger and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwyn. Now, come on. You sense no ill intent as he helps you and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded the Commonwealth criminals through the alabaster streets. The weather-beaten wagon is much mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of the ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jadariel. And as for myself, ow. That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can you do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. What? And what are we waiting for? He looks very distinguished with his little moustache. Hey, chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. Do you know how to read or what? So here's my first choice that's going to matter. So apparently reading, really weirdly, is against the law. Could use that to say that's why we're down here. Confirm their suspicions. There's no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days. Because it just so happened my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We asked for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. Let's have a look. So there's a few down here, but I'm assuming they want me to look at this one here. There's a rickety ladder. Odd creatures, hungry-looking creatures roost near some sort of attic. Like weird little bat things. The common room must be back there. Seems to be quite a big wagon. Looks bigger than it did from the outside, or at least from the drawings. Okay. Oh, it's rattling. What is that? Something hiding in the little shadow there. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you met seem very interested in them. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Forward. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rites. that you possess it and have capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's fair solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8, as they align as shown. Arrive as a Triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rites and bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oh, triumvirate, not triumvirate. Not that I know what either word means. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. Words from your mind as Hedwyn gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. Well, keeping them in suspense or what?
Reader, dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rites, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
Well, looks like we're on our first game. It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? Where'd the reader go? He should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him. Oh, okay, so basically me reading that transported these three into the right page to compete, and I will guide them through with my reading skill. He could abandon us. He won't. You look upon the three of them from beyond as Hedwyn calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die on the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked. Okay, I think this is going to be tutorial mode.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh. Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one.
Hold RT to sprint.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exile Hedwyn has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone.
Oh,
Correctly done.
gotta get it between the legs.
Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura. Then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength.
Okay, so the aura only affects the floor.
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns. That's it.
Ooh.
None left unscathed.
Ah.
Pathetic.
Come on, come on, come on.
So
There
it
we go.
is. It was dangerously close. As per the sacred law.
Ooh.
Righteous fire.
There we go.
It's complete. There, dear reader. Now you understand.
Okay.
Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come. Let us regard the night. Jadariel leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits. Now show us, before the howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites commence? Hmm. 200 leagues due east, the ridge of Gaul. The fossil remains of the serpent titan slain by Golathanian, yet loom over those living in its shadow.
Consilia.
Great. And we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time, if you make haste. Then we best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Judy? Jadariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you on board, chum. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom, the rights are the key. It's a lot to take in. I am now kind of wondering what would happen if I said, no, I can't read. Or they just ditched me outside. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There's a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollow Root. I've got to pay a visit to, besides. Fee on your associate. Best we head to Blooming Pool to avoid attention. Oh, I like his chain. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it. Dispute continues as Headwind listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? He marks the way, we get us there. If the rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second guessing along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. Let's weigh up the options. So the northern route to the ridge goal goes through small exile encampment. Rookie knows someone there who owes him. Or there's Blooming Pool. So she thinks she can find rare flora there. Let's go to the owing one. It might get us an extra character. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks like to be a public house. Rookie stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey chum. Just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We'll have to drop it off if we head further north. So we don't actually know what this is that we've just picked up. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gaul. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rites. Oh, I'm assuming I can't look at that if he's there. Oh, the bats have moved. Drive him. Creatures such as this must have been bred to push the black wagon along. Oh, there's a lone minstrel right here. You observe the man slumped in the corner of the wagon, bearing some sort of stringed instrument. You sense he lives, but nothing more. It seems inappropriate to ask him about him now. Okay. Jody's throw rug. Okay. He observes the masks and robes whose old engravings and embroidery suggest a formal purpose. Some of the garments are massive, while others are so small they might fit a child. That's just their garments, isn't it? What passes for cooking supplies and the downside? Headwind does most of the cooking. Whoops. Ah, the first exile. In the words of Gol Golathanian, the Master General, you know perhaps the three cursed name of Solium Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us that was sent to take his life, such was the hatred for him and around his country. Yet, we found in Solium Mur a man transformed in body, mind, and spirit. A man deserving of much more than mercy. In time, he named us all his scribes, and he became the eighth. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rites. Okay, let's see what Ruki's got to say. Hey chum, appreciate you taking us up through Hollow Route back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the slug market? Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus and had gone the other way. Much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we said we wouldn't go around second-guessing our good chum's decisions, right? Jadariel says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Nightfall soon. Come along, Greentail. We have much left to prepare. The two of them so go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. It's weird that I can't actually look at this. You observe the ladder leading to the locked enclosure above the cabin. The wagon's centrifuge rush up there. Its drive imps stare down at you with big wet eyes. Can I go through here? In the common room you may view various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths towards enlightenment in the Rites. Okay. So Edwin is the free spirit. He wanders the downside in search of a way to regain his freedom and return to his home. So he can throw his aura in a straight line, high jumps to evade adversaries' auras, and he can run much faster for a short time. Nomad, Outrider, and I don't know anything else. He's the one who nursed me back from the brink after finding you in the downside. His genial manner suggests that his life in exile has not yet broken his spirit. He wears a bronze clasp identical to that of Jodariel, suggesting the two of them may have met before their exile. He's not yet revealed what he did to earn his sentence. So what's this then? Oh, so that's his technique masteries, I'm assuming. Glory. The attribute affects damage dealt to a pyre. Right, okay, so the stronger that gets, the better. Quickness. That's their speed. Hope. That's how long he stays banished for then. Okay, and that's his aura size. So the more they level up there, the better they become. Fair enough. Then we've got Jodariel. So she's quite slow. Oh, but she's nearly she's nearly leveled up. Yeah, so she doesn't dash or sprint, she does like a sort of a leap ahead. Okay, and then Ruki hasn't leveled up much at all. Oh, I think we can go outside now, and then we'll commence the rite. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set, however. Everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we travelled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others, also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rites. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still. We have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Night Wings grace us with their presence. Is this what my clan's called then? I see the reports of your demise have been greatly exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again? I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay the affront. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows, you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand. Well, I think I'm going to put Jodie in a defensive position. She's got such a wide aura. It means they have to jump and it'll give them more time to react. And I use the other two to attack and tackle, essentially. If you can call it a tackle.
Take it.
Oh, damn it.
Good. Have the accusers underestimated you?
I think I have.
With grace.
No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers. Stand your ground. Let your auras boil in rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We have rattled them. They mean to draw us out. Then we'll just have to run more circles around them.
Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile? A daring display. Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks.
Oh. Ooh.
You don't.
I ran past it somehow.
Yes. Come on, I say. Now go.
Oh, there we go.
Edwin plunged into their fire. Your victory's at hand. How very fortunate.
There we go.
And it is done.
Got them spread out.
Prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
I need one victory at a time.
Guron Salashe.
Your deceit may avenge you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Oh,
The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
we have withstood
Only the
worse
enlightened
nights
can
than this.
regain
The
their
few is
freedom.
strange. Ah, okay. So, after using her rush to lunge forward, Jadariel can rush again right away. That's a useful one. After banishing an adversary, Jadariel instantly recovers all of her stamina. I'm gonna go for this one.
The demon scribe bestows his favor.
After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon in the still night sky, you can see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real, and we're in.
Fideliosta.
The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free.
Consilta vidias.
Until we are free.
Consilta vidias.
Until we're free. Yeah, sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendl back there. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you.
Ligeratus.
Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for a time before he speaks up.
Qui sentirna.
You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Let's ask why I can't conduct the rites myself. You ask Hedwyn why he and his companions did not invite you to participate in the rites firsthand and relied only on your guidance. He maintains the eye contact and his smile.
Som terras.
Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that, and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons toward the fading dark above. Oh, it's like a scorpion.
Que rapacitas.
That's a long way north and west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Turns to the others.
Peleosanta.
How's it going, rookie?
Sima quadre.
Emp's fed, wheels clean.
Certavase.
Status, Jody?
Guran salashe.
No sign of howlers. Everything's secure.
Gratiam.
Good. Then we get some rest. We're headed to the spring of Jomir. At dawn, we're off. Oh, so I only got to ask you one question. You find Ruki rummaging in the corner of the black wagon.
Sad frati.
Hey chum, know what? It's good having somebody else around beside those two. So, come to think of it, there's something I wanted to get your take on, and you have to promise to tell me honestly. Would you say... What I mean is, he hesitates trying to find the words. Look, what I'm trying to say is, you sense something serious is troubling him. He moves in very close to make sure no one else is in earshot.
Moliocean.
It's about my mustache.
Jacinta dar.
I've been getting some conflicting reports about it. Would you say my mustache, that it makes me look a bit, you know,
Set farm.
unscrupulous? So I can say nothing, say it's not my concern, nor is a drawn out discussion on personal grooming. Say it might look better off without it, and make him appear less trustworthy and perhaps less useful too. or say it looks perfectly fine, it's very handsome, and it gives him a distinguished look. See, I said distinguished early on, so I'm going to go with that. He suggests that Ruki's moustache looks perfectly fine. He grins wide at you.
Tirannetta, infatti.
Couldn't agree more, chum. I knew straight away that you were a real judge of character. Anyway, got to check the wheels again for mates. See you around. Bounds off out of the wagon. Ooh, gained 1 hope for the next rite. So I need to remember that interactions can give people boons. So I've still only got that one thing. How far away? So it's 250 points away. Jadariel's just leveled up. I think he's actually further away. He's 200 points away actually. Ah, there we go. There's the... I don't know if her stats actually went up when she leveled up, or whether it's just she gets a ability. Okay, I think after the tutorial, getting to know the world, and our first actual Rites combat, this is a pretty good place to stop. So, if you enjoyed this first episode and want to see more, please like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitch, which is linked in the description below. On there I am playing 2 games at the minute. There's Tales of Symphonia and the Room series. I've just done the first one, which will be available on VOD. But for now, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.